From living down under to being on top of the world in an interesting way.
So hi, my name's Bianca Censori.
The story of Bianca Censori, that rhymed, is about as crazy as a story could be.
When this goes online or whatever it is, what matters is people who are sparked by it.
Yet again, anything that involves the name Kanye West typically tends to bring the crazy along with it. So no surprise here. And here is everything you need to know about Kanye West's most recent wife, Bianca Censori, an Australian native.
I'm an architectural designer from Melbourne, Australia.
Although it may not seem that way since she is so LA these days, Bianca Censori was born in 1995 and has always been involved in fashion. After leaving high school, Bianca started a jewelry company called Nylons, and then focused her studies as she got a degree in architecture from the University of Melbourne. But things all changed, and quickly, for our woman of the hour. In November 2020, it is ever since then that Bianca has been the mastermind behind the architectural vision for Kanye West's brand Yeezy.
I currently reside in Los Angeles and I'm a lead architectural designer at Yeezy.
But get this, it all started with a DM. According to a childhood friend of Bianca, Kanye slid into her DMs to ask Bianca to move to LA and work for him. And as we've seen, Kanye is keen to sliding into girls' DMs.
It's about awesomeness, and the only luxury is time.
And so Bianca packed her bags and headed to Los Angeles to join Yeezy as the head of architecture. But while Kanye is usually the one hogging the limelight, Bianca seems to prefer staying in the shadows. Even though Kanye is known for his interesting and attention-seeking media presence, insiders claim that Bianca is more low-key and happy to let Kanye take the lead, especially when it comes to choosing her outfits. I'm sorry though, low-key? The woman who wears practically nothing but a pillow on her chest while walking around publicly is trying to remain low-key? It doesn't matter though, because she and Kanye have been quote-unquote happily married ever since late December 2022.
Kanye West has tied the knot with architect Bianca Censori.
And it's crazy because it seems like just yesterday Kim Kardashian and Kanye were all lovey-dovey and having all these kids and naming them crazy names, and then all of a sudden here comes Elon Musk and introduces the Cybertruck, and now Bianca Censori is married to Kanye, and life just makes no sense. And it seems like Bianca is fully dedicated to her role as Kanye's partner, with insiders revealing that she's mostly by his side 24/7 because hey, dating Kanye is kind of like a full-time job. And Bianca is getting promoted quickly because Kim Kardashian had worries back in the day about Kanye's relationship with Bianca while she was solely a work partner, and so much so to the point that it was apparently a concern in her mind that Kanye loved Bianca more than he loved Kim. And after everything that happened, well, I mean, you can see how it all played out. According to an insider who spoke to the US Sun, Bianca's family has never been quite a fan of Ye, and those close to Bianca have questioned whether marrying him was the right decision. This followed reports claiming that Bianca's family has been begging her to leave Kanye and his controlling ways. Bianca's family seems to have a right to be concerned, as there have been dozens of media appearances where Bianca is wearing clothing that is the opposite of covering. Some even say that she might understand what clothing is, and to study fashion for so long but to not wear clothing is really a topic of discussion that no one seems to be understanding. But all seems to be making more and more sense ever since Kanye West has become more vocal with his current brand image to the internet and the media. Kanye West claimed himself that he is the king, and the reason that Bianca and him have this odd perception in the media is because he is ultimately from Mars. His words, not mine. Recently, a Daily Mail report revealed that Bianca's parents became distressed after seeing photos of her in a see-through poncho in a public parking lot. Insiders stated that Bianca's parents can't even recognize their daughter anymore, saying that her family and friends are just mortified and it keeps getting worse and worse. Kanye West insider Jessica Chin King had this to say about the truth behind Bianca Censori's personal approach to her public revealings and what could ultimately be motivating her to act in such a way. Jessica said, "I think she is dressing the way that she is to make Kim Kardashian jealous and also to impress Kanye West's friends in Mars. I think on Mars they don't really wear clothing, so she is trying to be as close to Kanye's real Martian family as possible, and I think that Kanye West's Mars family is probably impressed by the way that Kanye and Bianca choose to dress." See, while people believe that Kanye West is controlling Bianca and that Bianca needs to leave this man, it seems that she's in a healthy relationship, judging judging by the way that Kanye West talks about her to the media and how much he cares about posting his wife to the internet. I mean, it was kind of sarcasm the way I said that, but at the end of the day, it's impossible to know what's going on here, and it does actually seem like Bianca is happy.
Bianca Censori is real, everyone. She is not AI.
So hi, my name's Bianca Censori.
She is not mine. She's not an alien. And from what we know, no. Bianca Censori is in fact cool, I think.
Yeah, you know, I just tell the truth.
So then what is actually going on here? What are we witnessing? Who is this woman that has spawned in the United States from overseas down under and all of a sudden is Kanye West's little pet? And it's not me. I wish it was. Yeah, I'm not.
It's about awesomeness, and the only luxury is speak
At the 2022 CFS Summit in Paris, and a clip from the event has been surfacing the internet ever since. She said, "I am an architectural designer from Melbourne, Australia."
I currently reside in Los Angeles and I'm a lead architectural designer at Yeezy.
As you can tell, I am not Australian. Now this has officially debunked any claims that Bianca Censori has no voice, has no human abilities, and has nothing to offer Kanye West as a human being or as a wife. And the funny thing is that in this video, there are several things that actually have nothing to do with her relationship with Kanye West. Because it seems that she's actually acting normal. She's all business formal. And she probably has some special stuff to do for this conference to promote the Yeezy brand because remember, although you might not remember, that Bianca Censori actually initially took a job working for Kanye West as a member of the Yeezy team.
when this goes online or whatever it is. What matters is people who are sparked by it.
Before they ended up becoming a parading love affair around Los Angeles where she'd walk around wearing some of the outfits that you probably never see anyone wear in your wildest dreams unless you tune into FTD News. So people are freaking out. They had no idea, what she sounded like. And here's what the internet is saying in my favorite segment here at FTD News. It's Pepe's Perspectives, where I, Pepe, take a deep dive into what you guys are saying on the internet.
It's a challenge.
This person said, "It's wild that this is the first time I've heard her voice. I see more parts of that body than I have some people I've slept with. But that's the first I've ever heard her talk? Well, my friend, there's probably a reason that you haven't slept with Bianca Censori. In fact, I'd say that perhaps you need to go and start a really big sneaker brand, go on a hateful rampage against half the world, lose most of your fans, and parade your wife around in public wearing basically nothing, and then drop an album that was overrated, it was pretty mid, to have a chance at sleeping with Bianca. And then there's other many people who said they had no idea that Bianca Censori was Australian as she didn't give off that vibe. And well, I guess I wouldn't know either that she was Australian unless it was Bianca or Bianca's mom, who was also recently spotted with Kanye West hopping up the plane and literally spending a lot of time together, probably doing some crazy things that we wouldn't have never guessed. And you know, Bianca's been making these crazy headlines nonstop for the outrageous clothing choices as well as her outrageous husband choices, if you get what I mean. So it all makes sense that people are all of a sudden so shocked to hear her speak. And according to Celebrity Insider and Bianca Censori specialist, the Jessica the Chin the King, she says, "I was surprised myself. I thought Bianca Censori's accent would be a little bit stronger. Also, she called herself Bianca. We've been calling her Bianca. Perhaps it's time to quit."
North apparently thinks her new stepmom is super cool.
Bianca Censori is the best at what she's doing. She's the best mom in the world, and every mom should aspire to be like her. My God, Bianca, you are just the best stepmom ever.
It's really fun to see.
I'm just extremely happy. Can you tell by my face?
And here's the thing, you might think I'm being facetious, but I'm not, because Bianca Censori is up for the award of Mom of the Year. And a lot of people are surprised, considering the crazy outfits and the media showing that Bianca has had over the past year, but it seems like she's now stepped into that role of stepmom quite perfectly. And in fact, Kim Kardashian is loving what she's seeing.
The majority of the time, that's all I want to do.
The hype really hit the roof when a video popped up on Instagram showing Bianca escorting Northwest backstage at Kanye's gig, and people were like, "Oh my God, that's so cute." And Bianca was recently spotted going full-on lover-dover mode with Kanye West's daughter North, as the duo was spotted loving each other with a big warm embrace outside of a movie theater. And here's the thing, because fans just can't stop going nuts. They're saying things along the lines of, "Bianca is amazing, such an awesome stepmom." I think you're right. Another fan said, "Bianca seems like a good mom, way better than Kim." Bianca also doesn't give "I'm playing stepmom" role, she's just killing it. Well, here at FTD News, we seem to agree. TikTok star Jessica Chin King believes that Bianca is really onto something special here, and it's really pushing her relationship with Kanye West through the moon.
Man, I like saying shit that sounds wrong anyway because, wrong is okay.
It's a positive thing that Bianca and Kanye West's children get along, she said. I think it's even cooler that Kim and Bianca are now going out together, although that might be a bit awkward, but it's best for the children if everybody gets along. Hopefully Bianca embraces the stepmom life and tries to lead by example and finally covers up. And the truth of the matter seems to be that Bianca, acting as such a great stepmom, is really just in Kim's best interest. And keep it the way it is.
The eyes of my kids, for my kids, definitely protected him.
Especially if Kim Kardashian really is in love with Odell Beckham Jr. like the reports are saying, and it seems like Kanye has everything in the bag, just how he wants it to be. His new love is really hitting it off with his kids, and there's nothing that is stopping Kanye West's family from thriving. I, for one, believe that this is what Kim Kardashian wanted from the start. Think about it, it's the perfect plan. You marry Kanye West, your brand grows exponentially. You divorce Kanye West, your brand grows exponentially. Another woman steps in and takes in mom duties and starts doing it really well, and your brand grows exponentially. I, for one, believe Kim seems to be extremely happy with the way that things are progressing between Bianca and Kanye. However, some other fans, they believe that Kim should step in and maybe do something to change the course of Kanye West and Bianca's relationship. One person said, Kim instructed Kanye to never let Bianca dress like that around their kids. Yeah, probably not. Kanye West also apparently seems to be a little bit surprised, and another fan says Kim is truly surprised as well that Kanye West would let his wife leave the house like that. But at this point, you can't even really be surprised. And if she's acting normal around the children, let her be. Some other fans claim that Kanye is trying to morph Bianca into a new version of Kim Kardashian after noticing that Kim Kardashian wore similar outfits during their marriage. And the history between North West and Bianca Censori just continues to prove to be the driving force between the continued love of Bianca and Kanye. As Bianca's stepmomming abilities are just off the charts these days, and the relationship is just blooming, and it's blossoming into something really special. So I ask you guys this. What do you think about Bianca playing the key role in the life of Kanye West's children? Is she doing a good job with all the lovey-dovey, hugging, and all that stuff around Kanye's kids? Because North West is having the epitome of a crazy character arc in this story. It's been proven time and time again how good of a relationship she's been willing to build with any woman in her life, make it be Kim or make it be Kanye. And the owner of FTD News, Mr. Leroy Kenton, had this to say. He said, "She loves the kids dearly." Talking about Bianca, of course. And she's willing to cover up in front of them. And we've seen that Bianca just doesn't care what people think and will wear whatever she wants despite the criticism, but we also see her sense of love and respect for Kim and Kanye's children because she covers up in front of them and actually listens to the criticism that the media has given her about covering up in front of them. So she gets awesome stepmom points in Leroy Kenton's book. And despite all the insane criticism regarding Bianca and the way that she dresses out in public, you know what? It doesn't really affect the way that she is around the children. And in fact, this is what the people have been waiting for. The confirmation that perhaps Bianca really is in control of everything and she deserves Kanye West and his children.
I would like to design a cemetery.
Bianca Censori continues to impress all Americans as she has been turning into a role model for the youth. From all of her interesting clothing choices to her amazing parenting, fans are starting to take note because they want their kids to be just like her. And now that there have been videos exposing her true voice, it seems like there's just no stopping this Bianca train.
Hi, my name's Bianca Censori. I'm an architectural designer. That actually would be my ultimate version.
And so Bianca is real. She has a voice. It's a good voice. It's actually one of those voices that you wouldn't think to associate with the person whose voice it actually belongs to.
I currently reside in Los Angeles and I'm a lead architectural designer at Yeezy.
It was a presentation that Bianca was doing for university students, and she seemed extremely laid back, comfortable, and even funny in a way. It seemed like there were people who were laughing at what she was saying, not at her, but with her.
Texas is not that exciting.
So it's clear that maybe Kanye West actually sees more to Bianca than just a little pet who can play dress up, or dress down for that matter. She began with a quote from poet Alberto Chiaro, which read, "To eat a fruit is to know its meaning." Bianca continued on saying, "As designers and architects, we are incessantly chasing the paradigm, and we think about it, we design it, we manifest it, but design in its essence will never be encapsulated by a single aesthetic movement, its pure nature. I too can access a thesaurus if I want to, Bianca. She continued on saying, we believe the paradigm shift lies in humanizing design, the ability to recognize what it is truly to be a human being living within a built environment. Understanding the needs we have as a collective and designing for that in the most simplistic and functional way. If any of you know what that means, let me know. Because architect mumbo jumbo is not something that I studied in university. Fans are now freaking out, and for many reasons. Firstly, because they didn't know that this woman actually talks. It seemed for a hot minute there that there was really some sketchy alien type vibes coming from Bianca, and since Kanye tried to tell people that he is from Mars, it all kind of made sense. Just, hold up a second. Maybe he's only attracted to aliens. Other people are starting to say that ever since everything has been going on, in Venice and with the boats and with the crazy risque outfits, it's all been just a complete facade and all for show, and there seems to be no particular reason for Bianca to be acting in the mute fashion that she has been for the past couple of years. So with that being said, it's now time to react to the comments from the internet in my favorite segment here at FTD News. It's none other than Pepe's Perspectives, where I, Pepe, react to you guys, the internet. This person said, the bodysuit that she's wearing was designed by the couture office of Mons Vernerius in Rome. It reflects a deep appreciation of the ancient pudendum style of clothing worn by the ancient Romans. Yes, and this video was filmed in the ancient Colosseum of Greece under the spells of Zeus and Pythagorean theorem centaur. Listen, we all appreciate our ancestors. Let's just admit that she was wearing something absolutely insane. This person said, Bianca looked way better back in the day, before all of the crazy outfits. So what is Kanye West thinking? Well, here's the thing. Was he thinking at all? What could he have been thinking? I'm not sure there is anything that man really thinks about these days aside from making crazy claims, screaming at paparazzi, and spreading hateful messages towards the public. Maybe sometimes he thinks about rapping a little bit too, because at the end of the day, he believes that he's the best rapper in the world, so I don't know. I'd love to spend a day inside that man's head. This person is glad that she's actually the mastermind behind all of her outfits, saying that, especially since the rumors have been heavily pointed towards Kanye West being the one that forced her to wear these things in public, it's good to know that Bianca's in control. But see, honestly, I just don't think it matters. Who cares if it was Kanye's idea or Bianca's idea? At the end of the day, there's no saving grace in this scenario, and they're both growing somehow and for some reason. And the craziest thing is actually how Bianca rose to fame and prominence here in North America. It seems like she was just a plain old architect from down under. One of those ones who lives in Australia, mate. Until she had the hopes and dreams of moving to LA and making it big as an architect. And then of course everything went right according to plan, as she went from working for Kanye, to working with Kanye, to being with Kanye, to all of a sudden things being accused of her being some crazy alien who just can't dress with clothes in public and has to show off every single one of her body parts to the media. But it doesn't matter, because Bianca seems to now be in her happy spot nowadays. And though she has been recently spotted having amazing relationships with both Kim Kardashian and North West, that is of course Kanye West's daughter. And the thing is that although you might expect Kim K to be jelly, Kim is actually reportedly happy that Bianca is being such a great stepmom to her children, and she believes that Bianca is indeed a beautiful woman. So what do you believe is going to happen once Bianca starts to get more and more media attention? Are her and Kanye West going to outlast Kim and Odell Beckham Jr.? Are they going to get married and have their own kids and ride off into the holy sunset together? I for one believe that if Bianca and Kanye do end up having their own children, this child would end up being one of the biggest Swifties on the planet, probably marry the inevitable child of Travis and Taylor, and break all human records as we know it. Are you a Bianca Censori fan? Let us know your opinions down in the comments below, because it seems like the tide is shifting and people want to be just like her. From the team here at FTD News, I can tell you that I'm your host Pepe. I would love to wake up one day looking like Bianca Censori.